Hello YouTube, welcome back everyone to my channel. So in this video we will be talking about multi-time frame analysis. So when I got introduced into trading, I saw there was many different time frames. We have, such as an example, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30, 15, 5, 3, 1 minute. And as you can see in bar here, we've also got ticks, we've got seconds, different minutes, different hours, and different days or months. So when I started learning from mentors, every single mentor will have a different opinion on what time frames to use. Some of them will, the most common saying would be to do top-down analysis. And I'm like, what's top-down analysis? What, start from the monthly and end in the 1 minute? Some will say use 4 time frames, 3 time frames, or even 2 or 1 time frame. The question is, what is actually the best time frames to use? And it depends on your trading style, whether you're swing trading or you're day trading, and what fits you. Now, the question is, what fitted me and where did I find profitability? And what was easy for me to understand was to only use 2 time frames. So I used a higher time frame, and I used a lower time frame. So I only use 1 high time frame and 1 lower time frame. I don't use 3 time frames, I don't use 4 time frames, because it was very, very confusing the more time frames you try to add. So the question is, what benefits do you get just from using a higher time frame and a lower time frame? Well, the benefits is that it is simple and easy to understand because you're only focusing on 2 time frames. It removes the confusion because now we don't have to do a top-down analysis through multiple different time frames, because I can guarantee that the moment you start adding 4 or 5 time frames, probably 2 of those time frames is meaningless. It becomes easier to execute a strategy now using 2 time frames, because now you're only focusing on the higher time frame, which is where the majority of your analysis will be, and a lower time frame for the confirmation entries that backs up that high time frame confluence. And last, it becomes easy to backtest and collect data. And this is one of the most important things, is because when you're trying to build that system and edge, you need to understand that you need to do backtests, and the more time frames you have when you're backtesting, the harder it's going to be and the longer it's going to take. So by implementing only 2 time frames, it's going to be very simple and very easy to backtest and collect data on a strategy. Now you can use 1 time frame as well. I've seen traders only trade 1 time frame. I've tried implementing 1 time frame only, and I found that it can work, but the win rate isn't great. So by getting that 1 extra time frame, which is going to be the higher time frame confluence, into your analysis, will increase that win rate. And that's where I found the perfect spot for me was 2 time frames, and maybe the perfect spot for you will be 2 time frames. But at most, I wouldn't go further than 3 time frames, because that's when the confusion starts coming in. And again, same thing, it is going to be harder to execute strategy and harder to backtest and collect data the moment you go to 3, 4, 5 different time frames. So I hope this video helps in terms of multi-time frame analysis and how many time frames you should be using. Like I said, I only use 1 higher time frame and 1 lower time frame. And so you also might be thinking, okay, what time frames should I be using for scalping or day trading or swing trading? Well, like I said, it all depends on your style and what fits you. So what I found for day trading is I used the 15 minutes as an example, and I used the 1 minute. Now, if I'm swing trading, I might use a 4 hour as my higher time frame and a 15 minute as my lower time frame. I don't bother looking at the 1 minute, because the 1 minute is going to be meaningless if I'm swing trading a market and I'm going to be in a position for longer than 1 day, and it could go up to 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So that's where swing trading becomes meaningless, looking at the lower time frames such as 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute. But some swing traders might actually like to use the monthly, and maybe the daily, and maybe the 1 hour, right? Or they might only use 2 time frames like me and just focus on the daily and the 1 hour, because it becomes easy to understand. So that's my perspective about multi-time frame analysis, and you just have to pick what fits you. But in this video, I'm just explaining that you don't need the confusion of adding 10 billion different time frames. You just need 2. One higher time frame and one lower time frame. So I hope this video helps, and I hope to see you in the next one.